Assassin's Creed for the past few years has been disappointment after disappointment for fans of the franchise. I know this has certainly been the case for me, with Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag being the only exclusion of this. Of course, it wasn't a return to the Assassin's Creed overarching storyline and what made the first 4 games fantastic. However, it was an amazing experience, and that shouldn't be downplayed in the slightest. What followed Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, however, was Unity, Rogue, and Syndicate being subpar experiences to a lot of people. There's a lot of people that love those games, and I personally don't understand it. You're probably just pandering cunts. However, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm here to tell you why you should be hyped for the release of the next Assassin's Creed game, rumored to be called Assassin's Creed Empire. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Ubisoft have stated after the release of Assassin's Creed Unity and the way that it completely flopped, they've decided to take a step back to reevaluate the way they release their games. They took a year off in 2016 to make sure they had enough time to produce a high quality of game that we deserve. They've also stated that even if the next Assassin's Creed does well, that doesn't mean they'll go back to the yearly release model, which is good as it gives them far more time to produce their games, meaning a higher quality of game for us to be playing. This next Assassin's Creed game will have been in development since the end of 2013, beginning of 2014. Although it was being developed alongside Unity and Syndicate, Syndicate was actually moved to a studio in Quebec, which means Montreal, the main studio for the first 8 Assassin's Creed games, have solely been working on one Assassin's Creed game, being Empire, since the end of 2014. Not only does this mean they can focus on one game at a time rather than 3 or 4, but it means they can take criticism from Unity and Syndicate and apply that to Empire, which means the game should in theory have far more improvements than any other game in the franchise, due to the fact that they have feedback on all 9 games to work with. Now, I know this might not be for everyone, but ancient Egypt is a fantastic place for any form of media in my eyes, and it's not visited nearly enough, but this makes it perfect for Assassin's Creed. Settings like the Third Crusade and the Italian Renaissance were great locations rarely visited in gaming. This is the same for a setting like ancient Egypt. It means more room for discovery and mystery, as well as creative freedom, meaning Ubisoft have the freedom to write about what they want without constraints of history that we know lots about, meaning a better story overall with far more interest than something like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which felt like a Victorian era comedy.
We'll call ourselves the Rooks.
We already know from the original leak that this game's open world is heavily influenced by the Witcher franchise. It was also confirmed that they're treating the open world like an anecdote factory, meaning little stories from characters all over the world for the player to discover and interact with, meaning the world is heavily deep and detailed. The game Horizon Zero Dawn was a fantastic risk taken by the developers at Guerrilla, which I think will definitely cause a lot of companies to take the same route, which is not at all a bad thing, especially for a game such as Assassin's Creed. From what we know, it's being worked on by the Black Flag team, being led by the creative director Ashraf Ismail, and being written by the God Among Men, Darby McDevitt. This is fantastic news, as it means we have a creative director who really understands the meaning of creative, and a writer who really understands the finer points of writing, including subtlety and continuity, as well as delivering some of the most emotional scenes in gaming, being the endings of both Revelations and Black Flag. If this isn't something to get excited about, then I don't know what is. And that wraps up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this got you hyped for what we can see from Assassin's Creed Empire. All of the things point towards this game being absolutely fantastic. If Ubisoft somehow produce a mediocre game, I will be extremely surprised with all of these contributing factors. Now, all we've got to do is wait for the announcement and see what the game looks like. Hopefully it'll be in the next few months. I'm super excited, I hope you guys are as well. To stay up to date on all things Assassin's Creed and gaming related, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Check out all the links in the description for exclusive content on things like Patreon. Check out my Twitter to stay updated on videos and what I'm getting up to. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. And with that said, that's it for this video, and I'll see you all next time.
Leaping from my places, rivers are flowing red. Now we're defying, now we're uniting. Go watching from the skies, these streets are burning up. They're starting fights here. I'm gonna take it to 'em all.